welcome to this week's yoga flow where we're doing a beautiful heart opening vinyasa flow. So I encourage you to get onto your mat, get seated, get comfortable, and from here we're going to just take a quick inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. From seated we're just going to bring our hands behind our head and we're just going to be opening the chest, so bringing your elbows in together and then out towards the side. Then inhaling back in together and then the elbows out towards the side, really opening up your chest so you're bringing your shoulder blades together. One more time, elbows in towards you and then exhale out and stretching the shoulder blades together. Now releasing the arms from behind the head and coming onto your shoulders, and we're just going to circle the elbows in and out. Bringing them in together and out to the side again, bringing the shoulder blades really together and opening up the chest. Then one more time this way, and then as you exhale, opposite way around. Bringing the shoulders out, elbows apart and then elbows together, just rounding the shoulders. Then releasing, bringing the arms all the way up overhead, then releasing the left hand onto the mat and bringing your right arm up and bending over to the side. Looking up towards the ceiling, but if this is uncomfortable then looking down towards your mat. Inhaling and then stretching even deeper into this pose. Taking a big inhale, coming both arms up and overhead, and then releasing the opposite arm and stretching over to the side. Inhaling and exhaling deeply here. With the next inhale, coming up and stretching even deeper in. Inhaling, arms both all the way up, big stretch, and then release behind you, and I'll move to the side. From here you want your hands behind and you're just going to push your chest up towards the ceiling, head back, opening up that chest, bringing the shoulder blades together. And then release. Then with the next inhale, bringing the chest back up, head back, and this time also bringing the hips up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades together and inhaling and exhaling deeply. Last inhale and releasing. Back into the seated pose. Bringing your hands onto your knees and we're going to do seated cat and cow, so bringing your chin to your chest, tucking in your stomach and widening your shoulders away from each other. Then head all the way back, shoulder blades together and curving your back. Inhale, reversing, chin to chest, tucking in the stomach, shoulder blades apart. And then reversing back, shoulder blades together, head back, and a curve back. Then coming back to center, then going onto your hands and knees into tabletop position. From here, tucking under the toes and coming straight into down dog and just walking your feet out. Then holding your down dog. With the next inhale, coming up onto your toes, shifting your weight up and over onto your hands and into plank. Then exhale, bringing the hips up and back into down dog. Then with the next inhale, coming up onto your toes, shifting your weight up and over onto your hands into plank. Then as you exhale, hips up and back into down dog. One more time, inhaling, shifting onto your toes, weight over onto your hands. And as you exhale, shifting the hips up and back. Then walking your feet to the top of the mat. Ensuring that your rib cage is on top of your thighs, releasing the arms and holding onto your elbows and just rotating from side to side. Then we're going to come into a quick little flow, bringing your arms all the way up overhead and arms all the way back down. Inhaling halfway up to tabletop position and exhale, release. Inhaling all the way arms up overhead into little back bend and exhaling all the way back down. Walking your feet back to plank. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale up to upward facing dog and exhale back down to down dog. Walking your feet out and then walking yourself to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way up and exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up to tabletop and exhale, release. Inhale all the way up, little back bend and exhale all the way down. Inhale, walk yourself back to plank. Exhale down to chaturanga, up to upward facing dog and exhale back down to down dog. Walking your feet out from here. One more time, walking yourself to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way back up and exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up to tabletop and exhale, release. Inhale all the way up, little back bend. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, walk yourself back to plank. Down to chaturanga, up to upward facing dog and back down to downward dog. And again, walking your feet out here. With your next exhale, walking your feet to the top of the mat. And again, rib cage on top of the thighs and just letting your arms hang down and just walking your feet out. And then if you can bring your arms behind your legs and you're bringing your head towards your calves. And you'll just slowly straighten your legs, breathing in and out. Then bending your legs ever so slightly, bringing your arms all the way up overhead, clasping them together with your forefinger release, head all the way back, and then you're going to just drop your head and then allow your arms to come down and behind. Inhaling all the way back up. Releasing all the air from you. Then inhaling, releasing the head once more and bringing the arms back. Inhaling all the way back up. Then releasing your arms down in front of you, bending again your knees, rib cage on top of your thighs, walking your feet out. And then again, bringing your hands behind your calves and slowly bringing your head towards your calves and straightening your legs as much as possible. Then with the next inhale, bending your legs and bringing your arms all the way up overhead, linking them together again, releasing the forefinger, head all the way back and allowing the arms to come back as well. Inhale, coming all the way back up, releasing all the air. Then taking an inhale, bringing the head back and the arms coming back as well. Inhale all the way back up and release the arms. And then coming all the way back down. Again, rib cage onto the thighs, releasing the arms, releasing the head, bringing the hands behind the legs, slowly bringing your head in towards your calves and bending your leg, straightening your legs, sorry. Then releasing your hands onto the mat, just walking your feet out. And this time you're going to bring your left leg up and behind, and we'll come straight into crescent lunge with the arms up overhead. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Back to neutral breath. Then straightening your right leg, then bending it and coming deeper into this pose. With the next inhale, flattening your left foot to the side and then coming over into warrior two so that your hips is facing towards the left side, arms out to each side, and you're looking over your right hand. Then straightening your right leg and bending deeper into this pose. Then releasing the left hand onto the left leg and bringing the right arm up and behind. Ensuring that the right leg is still bent. And again, looking up towards the ceiling, but if this is uncomfortable for your neck, you can also bring it down. Inhaling, straightening the right leg ever so slightly, and then exhaling and bending deeper into this pose. Then coming back up, and this time we're going to release the right hand in front of the right leg and bringing the left arm up and over to the right side. Really stretching out this left side. Taking an inhale, and as you exhale, bringing your hips even lower down into this pose. And then windmilling your hands over to the left side so that all your weight is over on the left, your left leg is bent. Your right, you can have it flexed so that it's facing up the way, releasing the left arm and bringing the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then bringing your weight all the way back up, coming back into this warrior two position, windmilling your hands in next to your right leg and then releasing your right leg up into three-legged dog. Really tucking in your stomach here and pushing your hands into the mat so that the shoulders are away from the ears. Then shifting your weight over onto your left side, releasing the right arm, bending the right leg behind and the right arm up and behind into wild thing. Then coming back into down dog and just walking your feet out here. If at any point it's a bit much for you, then please do come into child pose. And if not, we'll keep on continuing. Bringing your feet up to the top of the mat, releasing the arms, holding your elbows from side to side, releasing your head and just moving yourself from side to side. Then releasing the hands onto the mat. This time you're bringing your right leg up and behind, and we'll come straight into present lunge with the arms up overhead. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and releasing through the mouth. Inhaling, straightening the left leg, and exhale, bending and coming deeper into this pose. Then with the next inhale, flattening your right foot from behind and moving yourself over into warrior two. Bending this left leg, left arm in front and looking over to the left, ensuring your hips is outwards facing towards the right. With the next inhale, straightening the left leg, and as you exhale, coming deeper into this pose. And then with the next inhale, releasing the right hand onto the right leg and bringing the left arm up and behind. With the next inhale, straightening the left leg ever so slightly and bending deeper into this pose. Then coming over and releasing the left hand next to the left foot and bringing the right arm up and over in front of you. With your next exhale, trying to bring your hips even lower down towards the mat. Then windmilling your hands all the way over to the right side, coming deep into this right side, and the left foot is flexed. The left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And shifting your weight over and coming back into this warrior two, windmilling your hands next to or in between your left foot, releasing your left leg up into three-legged dog. Then shifting your weight over onto your right side, releasing your left hand, bending the left leg up and behind and pushing your hips up and the left hand away. And then coming back into down dog, bringing yourself back into the center of the mat, walking your feet out here, bending your knees onto the mat, and just coming into a child pose from here. Breathing in and out, and exhaling all of the tension away. And coming up onto all fours, and we're going to come onto our stomach and do a little bit more heart opening here. So facing forward, your hands are next towards your chest, elbows in towards you. And then from here, you're simply going to lift your chest up off of the mat, keeping your stomach down and your head back. Ensuring that the elbows are still close in towards your rib cage. Feeling the lower back stretching. And then after the third breath, slowly lowering yourself back onto the mat and just relaxing your ear into the mat and exhaling any tension out. Then with the next inhale, looking forward again, and this time we're going to come all the way up into upward facing dog, pushing your elbows until they're straight, lifting your stomach off the mat, your chest and your head all the way back. And with the next exhale, coming all the way down and lowering yourself and releasing your ear onto the mat and just relaxing into this. Also releasing your arms down beside you. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Then with your next inhale, facing forward, this time our palms are on the mat. Your feet and your knees, your ankles are all together. And this time, facing forward, we're going to raise our chest and our legs up simultaneously into lotus pose. So in the next inhale, bringing your chest and your legs up, keeping the legs together, head up, and ensuring that you're feeling this stretch in your lower back. Deep inhales and exhales. With the next inhale, trying to bring your chest and your legs even further off of the mat, squeezing in your glutes. And with the next exhale, releasing yourself back onto the mat. This time I want you to push yourself into child pose to ensure that you release any tension from your lower back. Then coming back up into tabletop, releasing your stomach onto the mat. We're going to come into bow pose. So bending your legs, catching with your hands. You can do it from the inside or the outside, whatever you prefer. With the next inhale, bringing your chest up off the ground and legs also. Really pushing your hands into your feet. And head up and back. Then slowly lower yourself back onto the mat and push yourself back into child pose. Then coming back onto your hands and knees, releasing your stomach onto the mat. We'll come back into this bow pose. So bending your legs, catching your feet in your hands, looking forward, lifting your chest and your legs up and really pushing your feet against your hands. This time trying to come even higher into your pose. And with the next exhale, slowly releasing your knees back down and pushing yourself into your child pose. And slowly raising yourself up onto your knees, coming into the middle of your mat. From here, bringing your right hand into your lower back, your left hand onto your lower back, releasing your head backwards and bending your back slightly until you feel like you can catch both of your ankles. And then from here, really raising your chest up towards the ceiling, head back, and deeply breathing into the stretch. Then left hand back onto the lower back, right hand also, and coming back onto your knees. From here we're going to come onto our backs. And just bring your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a little hug, then moving your knees in a rotational circle to massage your lower back. Then releasing your feet onto the mat, about hip width distance apart. You want to be able to graze your ankles with your hands. And then from here, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling, your shoulder blades tucked under and clasping your hands together and really pushing your hips up and away, chin to chest. And 2 more breaths. And then slowly releasing your hips back onto the mat, bringing your knees in towards your chest and just rocking yourself back and forth. Very nice. Then releasing your legs one more time. We're coming back into this bridge pose. So feet hip width distance apart, bringing the head up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades tucked underneath, hands together. And if you're advanced, then you can also attempt the full wheel, hands next to the ear, and pushing your hip all the way up, hips all the way up, shoulder blades away, and really pushing your hands into the mat. Really opening up that heart. It's such a nice pose of release. Deep inhale and exhale. Your feet are strong into the ground. You're using your thigh muscles, you're using your arm muscles. You're bending your back. With the next exhale, bringing your chin down to your chest, releasing your head down first and then your whole spine until your back is last, bringing your knees in towards your chest. And just moving yourself from side to side. If you feel like playing with that pose even more, then feel free to do so. It's a really beautiful practice, opening up the heart. A lot of emotions can come up. So if you find that pose particularly difficult, I highly encourage you to work on your heart chakra. It will make things a lot easier, and it's just great for opening up. Really working on your gratitude, on your self-love, your love for others. It's a really important practice. When you're ready, come all the way up. We're going to come onto our knees. Just to stretch out that back. So you're sitting on your knees normal, and then you're widening so that your ankles are out to the side and you can sit all the way down onto the mat. I'll just come up a little bit slightly higher. From here, your right hand is on your right foot and your left on your left foot. You're going to come down onto your elbows on either side so that you're here. This might already be very intense, so feel free to stay in this position if you wish. Otherwise, coming down onto your head first My bun is in the way, but yeah, your head should be first. And then bringing the rest of you so that your upper back is on the mat. It's normal that you have a nice curve here. This will really stretch out your back and release any tension that's been built up there. Then bringing your arms up above your head. And then just relaxing into this pose. If you have any knee problems, then please widen your knees away from each other. This should help. This can be a very uncomfortable pose for some people, especially around the ankles, the knees, the lower back. But it's very relieving, so I really encourage you to breathe very deeply into the pose and try to relax in it, because it will really help you in so many ways. And it might be uncomfortable at the beginning, but the more you do it, the more you will definitely benefit from it. Taking 2 more breaths in this pose. And bringing your left hand onto your left foot, the right hand onto the right foot, coming up onto your elbows. Head should still be back. And then coming all the way up onto your knees. Moving your feet to the side. Just stretching your legs out in front of you. And we're just coming up back onto our backs. Knees in towards you. Moving yourself from side to side. Releasing your left leg onto the mat straight, and your right you're going to hug in close towards your rib cage. Taking a deep inhale, and with your left hand bringing your right leg up and over, and the right arm out to the right side and looking over to the right arm. Really feeling that stretch on the right hand side. Then with the next inhale, bringing your legs in together. And then releasing the right leg straight, hugging in the left leg in towards your rib cage. And then with your right hand, bringing your left leg over towards the right, straightening the left arm out to the side and looking over to your left arm. Again, this time you're feeling the deep stretch on the left side and even behind the glutes. It's a really beautiful deep stretch. Then with the next inhale, bringing your legs back to center. The right ankle onto the left knee, hands behind the left leg and pulling the left leg in towards you. This time stretching out the back of your right leg and your right glutes. And then slowly releasing and changing so that the left ankle is on top of the right knee, hands behind the right leg, and bringing the leg in towards yourself. This time feeling a deep stretch on your left side. And then slowly releasing, straightening both legs onto the mat, palms facing up, taking a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Coming into Savasana, the last pose of the session. Relaxing into this. Relaxing your head, relaxing your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers. Relaxing your hips, relaxing your legs, your feet and your toes until you're completely relaxed. Just giving yourself this extra minute on the mat, thanking yourself for being here today, for giving yourself the time. Bringing your left hand onto your heart, your right hand onto your stomach. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth, letting go and releasing any tension, anything that you don't want. Being thankful for today, whether you're about to start the day or it's the end of the day. Just being fully present. Giving yourself the self-love that you need today. Being grateful for the time that you're able to give. When you're ready, you can bring your knees towards your chest. Slowly rock yourself up to the top of the mat. Coming back into seated position. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And slowly opening up your eyes. Thank you very much for joining me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any feedback or you would like to share anything, then please let me know. And otherwise, I hope to see you at the next session. Namaste.